welcome back to my channel, The Baking Diva. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday. It's not over yet though. Today is actually New Year's Eve and tomorrow's New Year's Day. So we still have a weekend left of festivities. I don't know about you, but I'm a little pooped from my marathon cookie baking and shopping and entertaining. And as much as Christmas is my favorite holiday, I'm kind of glad it's coming to an end. I need a little rest. So today I thought I would do something different for you. Today, are you ready? I'm going to show you how to make drunken cherries. That's right. You heard me correctly. Drunken cherries. Now, before I begin, I will tell you that this is not a children's recipe. This is for adults only. And of course, we do expect all the adults to act responsibly when they're eating this dessert. So let's get started. This is the season for, rich flavors, succulent foods, and of course, indulgent libations. Now, I happen to be one, and I think the cameraman will vouch for this. I don't indulge in the libations, right, cameraman?
That's an understatement.
I am always the designated driver, not for any particular reason. It just doesn't agree with me, and it's not my thing. But anyway, for the majority of you out there, it is. So I know you're going to love this dessert. Now, let me tell you what ingredients we're going to need. First of all, for our drunken cherries, you're going to need amaretto. I used to call it amaretta until the cameraman corrected me. He said D or diva, it's amaretto. Is that correct, cameraman?
That is correct.
All right. Now, this is imported amaretto. It's from Italy, and it has a velvety flavor to it with a vanilla undernote. And it's really delicious. People use it just to drink alone or on the rocks. You can put it in desserts, can put it on ice cream, can use it for many things. It really is delicious. So you are going to need amaretto for this drunken cherry dessert. Now, if for some chance you don't like amaretto, this recipe can be made with vodka. You can use vodka in it. I'm not sure, but I think the flavor of the cherries and the amaretto, they complement each other, and that is what I would use. Next, you're going to need maraschino cherries. Now, you may ask, can I use fresh cherries? You can if it's the season for cherries, but you're not going to have that bright red color. They're going to take a lot longer to get the amaretto flavor. So this recipe calls for maraschino cherries. They are sold in the food stores. A lot of times if you can't find them, you can find them in the aisle where they have the ice cream toppings. So if you don't see them, just ask, and I'm sure they'll direct you because most of the stores do sell them. Next, you're going to need some white melting wafers. I happen to have the Decadently brand here. They're very good. Bought them in the food store. You can use the Wilton's ones because you're going to melt them. And the only other ingredient you're going to need are some toppings. And I have a bunch of them here. This is little sprinkles. These happen to be in the Christmas colors. I happen to have some blue sugars because you can make these any time of the year, but especially for the holidays. I have here just some bright multicolored sprinkles. So whatever sprinkles you like, you can use. So I'm going to get going here now. First thing we're going to do is we're going to open up our jar of cherries. Now, this is a 16-ounce jar of maraschino cherries. the recipe I originally used called for a 10-ounce jar, but this is a 16-ounce jar. We're going to use this today. Now make sure when you buy your cherries, you buy the ones with the stems, because these cherries come with or without stems, and you need to have the stems on them. So I'm going to open up my cherries. For those of you who are not familiar with maraschino cherries, I'll show you what they look like here. This is a maraschino cherry with the stem. Oh, they really smell good. Can you smell them over there, cameraman?
I'm dying for one.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to drain all the liquid out of this jar. We're going to leave the cherries in it. We're going to drain all the liquid out of the jar. And we're not going to throw it away, because when I was a kid, I loved Shirley Temples. Did you like Shirley Temples, Tim?
No.
Well,
I liked Roy Rogers drinks.
I liked them, and they were the drinks that the restaurants or would make for the kids, because they couldn't have any alcohol in their drinks, and they would put maraschino cherries in them. And what else did they put in them? Was it like ginger ale, I think?
Probably.
Yeah, it was really good. So anyway, we're going to drain the juice out of here. Save it. Don't throw it away. So I'm going to pour the juice from the jar into this cup. I love the smell of this. All of it gets put into the cup. You're going to end up with this size jar. You'll see you'll end up with about 1 cup of cherry juice. Okay. So I'm going to put that aside. Now, what do you think we're going to do next, cameraman?
Add Jameson Irish whiskey.
No, you and your Jamesons. We're in Italy now. I'm Italian.
Oh, scusa, signora, scusa.
I'm going to open up this amaretto. I'm going to pour about a cup of it in this measuring cup. Oh, it smells good.
Don't let it touch your lips.
I won't, don't worry. Now we are going to substitute the cherry juice in this jar with the amaretto. So just amaretto. Just pour it right in there. We want those little baby cherries to get soaked with this delicious liqueur. So I'm just going to put a little touch more than a cup. Here we go. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to return the lid to the cherries. And I am going to put this jar of cherries soaked in this amaretto in my refrigerator for a minimum of 24 hours. Now, if you want to leave them in there a little bit longer, you can do that too. But I think 24 hours will work out perfectly. So I'm going to put them in the refrigerator now. And tomorrow morning, be around sometime in the morning, it'll be a good time to take these cherries out of the refrigerator, and then I'm going to show you how we make those drunken cherries. So I'll see you soon. Bye.
Grazie, grazie.
Hi everyone. So I'm back to finish up that drunken cherry recipe for you. But first of all, I want to say Happy New Year 2017! Woohoo! I hope you all had a great New Year's Eve and you're having a great New Year's Day. So we're going to get started without further ado. Oh, do you like my matching glasses? You know that I like to get in, how do I say, cameraman? I like to get in, what's the word? Character. Right, for my videos. So anyway, here we have the jar of maraschino cherries. They have been soaking since late yesterday morning in the amaretto in the refrigerator. So it's been about 24 hours. Now I did want to mention to you that obviously the longer you let these cherries sit, the stronger the taste is going to be. So if you want them a little bit stronger, feel free to leave them in the refrigerator 48 hours. It's fine. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take these cherries out of the jar and I'm going to put them on a piece of paper towel. just going to gently put them down there and gently pat them. Because one thing I've always told you is chocolate and water do not mix. And we are going to be dipping a little bit of these in the white chocolate. And if they're wet, it's going to harden that chocolate right up on you and you're going to have a disaster. So that's why we have to do that first. So let me open up the jar. And you know what? I didn't tell the cameraman this, but these glasses I'm wearing from the dollar store, can't see out of them very well. So I think we have to do a little switch up with the glasses. How's that, cameraman?
Oh, you look,
I can see now.
you look like a diva.
Oh, woohoo. So this hat was for the cameraman, but he didn't wear it, so we're just using it for decor.
Oh, I'm not on camera.
I know. So I'm going to take these cherries out. Going to let them drip a little bit by the stem, and I'm going to gently put them on the paper towel. So this is what you do. And I'm going to take another piece of paper towel, and I'm just going to gently pat the outside of them dry. You can do it this way, and then put them on the paper towel. You know, we don't want to rub them hard or anything. We just want to get some of the little bit of that liquid off there. Whoops. Just like this, we can do it. And then put them right down on the paper towel. So I'm going to finish doing this jar of cherries off camera, and I'll be back in a second. I've taken all the cherries now out of the jar, and what I have left in the jar is the amaretto I put in there. Now don't throw this out, don't discard it, because you can just keep it in the jar and use it to make yourself a nice cocktail. So I'm just going to put that aside. As you can see, I've put the cherries on a paper towel and I gently patted them dry. And then next I took a cookie sheet and I put a piece of parchment paper on it. You can use parchment paper or you can use wax paper, whatever you prefer. Next, I took my bag that I showed you yesterday. These happen to be the Decadently white chocolate melts, the melting wafers. And what I did is I melted them in my little Wilton's melting pot I have over here. I love this little pot. It's very inexpensive. And what's so nice about it is the chocolate you put in here, or the melting wafers, stays nice and liquefied. I also do melt things in a microwave bowl, in the microwave. But if you do that, you have to do it on these 15 or 20 second intervals. Keep stirring after each time. And then while you're working with it, a lot of times it does harden and you have to put it back in the microwave to re-soften it. So if you have any opportunity and you like to do these kind of things, to purchase one of these little Wilton candy melters. They have them in a lot of stores. But if you're interested, I'll just put a link in the description box, an Amazon link below, if you care to use that. All right, so next what we're going to do is we're going to take our cherry, hold it by the stem. Now we're only going to dip this cherry maybe halfway in the white melted chocolate. It's just going to be a very thin layer. The only purpose of this really is so that your sprinkles you have here. You okay there, cameraman?
I'll make it.
Okay. So the sprinkles will stay on, and then you're going to twirl it a little bit. I'll show you to get any excess chocolate off, and then we're going to place them on the parchment paper. So I'm going to take the cherry here. I'm going to just dip it a little bit, maybe halfway, as you can see, into the chocolate. You see where it's dripping on the end? I'm just going to twirl that. See, so you get that off. Then I'm going to put this one, I think, in just a little bit of the Christmas. There you go. And I'm going to put it down on my cookie sheet. Now, you can make these for any occasion. There's all kinds of sprinkles. I'm going to show you one here that is very popular for 4th of July or Memorial Day. I have here some blue sugar. I'm going to put part of it in the blue sugar And look at that. I can put a little bit more in. Just twirl it around. Doesn't have to be perfect. And you have these little red, white, and blue cherries here.
Very patriotic.
Yes, very patriotic. You can just leave them plain like this if you don't want to put any sprinkles on them. Over here I have little hearts. I'm going to put them in some little baby hearts. You really got to kind of swirl them around to get the stuff on them like that. I'll put that down there. And let me see. I'll do a couple more for you. And it's nice because the chocolate stays nice and soft in here. We don't have to put anything on here. We can just leave this one plain. Or, you know what you can do? You can just take that little baby, pop it right in your mouth. Cameraman already did that. How were they, cameraman?
Scrumptious.
Yeah, so you can just put them in the little white chocolate there. Twirl it to get that little bit off the bottom. Put it right down on your cookie sheet. So you can just experiment with them. See which kind you like. Christmas is over, but I did have some of the Christmas ones left. So I'm just going to swirl it around in there. There you go. That's what it's supposed to look like. And they will harden in a very short amount of time, just sitting here on the cookie sheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, look at that one. And the bigger the cherries are, Over here, I even have little breast cancer ribbons, baby breast cancer ribbons that I used for something else. So I'm going to continue dipping these. I think, let me just see here. I think out of that 1 16-ounce jar of cherries, I'm guessing we got maybe about 24, 25 cherries. So let me finish dipping all these and I'll be back in a second. Alrighty, my drunken cherries are now drunk. And this is what they look like. I've tried to do a variety of them. I have some of them done in red, white, and blue that are perfect for 4th of July. I did some of them in little, very small heart sprinkles for Valentine's Day. That'll be coming up soon. Some of them have Christmas sprinkles on them. Some of them have pink. So anyway, I'm going to give my cameraman, I'm going to offer him one of these libations so he can let me know what he thinks. Here you go, Timmy. Ooh, he likes the red, white, and blue ones. Can you taste the amaretto?
Yes.
Are they good? Funny. How do they taste? I always have to ask you that. How do they taste?
I'm not ready to answer.
Okay.
They're very good.
They're very good?
Love bug.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sweetie pie. All right. So anyway, give these a try. They are fun, they're festive, and they are yummy. So once again, Happy New Year 2017 to all my YouTube family out there. I love you guys. I appreciate you watching my channel. If you like what you saw today, hit subscribe. And another thing, YouTube changed a few things, so there's a bell next to the subscribe. Hit that bell if you want to get notifications of my upcoming videos. So, love you all. See you soon. Toodles!